Continue. It's not quite Dave sim yet because I don't have water cooling unlocked. I only have overclocking unlocked, if you remember. Can anybody remember what we was doing with this PC? I really should have. I should have used the notes thing, shouldn't I? I should have made some note about what the heck we was doing. Did we order any parts to be fit in here? I can't remember. Let's have a look at the calendar. So it looks like what's today? Today's here. Delivery of an AMD Ryzen 7 8 core is coming tomorrow. Also, that job needs completing. My PC needs upgrading. Best order some new jobs. Water cooling is pointless. I think you still need an air cooler to cool the liquid through the radiator. So water cooling isn't pointless, Raven. Water has a much higher thermal capacity than air does, right? So if you have a CPU that's generating heat and then you put a heat sink on top, what happens is the energy of the heat energy transfers from here to here. You've now got to get rid of that energy. If you flow water over it, right, you take away more heat than if you just allow the conduction to radiate the heat through the radiator and then blow air over the radiator. If you pump water over that surface, you can take away much more heat per second. It's like, it's stupid saying it's pointless. It's physics. It's just physics. It's also, it runs a lot quieter. Like my machine when it runs is so quiet because my fans run really low. I have big radiators. The water has a lot of heat potential just in the water alone. I've got like a liter, 2 liters of liquid that's just flowing around that has a capacity for energy. So it can take all that heat, move it through giant radiators, and then fans running very low can just gently take the heat away. It is physics. To say it's pointless means you basically don't understand it. Need to get some jobs off the email. Sunday Night Science, lel. Well, it is true, Hawk, if you have water cooling, you can have bigger radiators, as you say. And a bigger radiator can move heat much more efficiently. Your PC is air cooled and you've never had it above 60 Celsius playing games. Only water cooling ever consider it as an AIO CPU. Yeah, but an AIO is convenience more than anything. What you've basically got there is a built-in closed-loop pump water cooling system that has a bigger radiator than an air cooler radiator. An AIO is a water cooling solution. It's just that you didn't have to plumb it together and fill it. Dave, go for it, mate. Give him a lesson. You should make a video, Dave. Honestly, you should make a video why water cooling's better, and then I can link to it. You can't make a statement like water cooling is pointless. Like, anyway, whatever. Arctic freeze, let's get rid of that. New parts available, let's get rid of that. New parts available, get rid of that. Okay, we need to take some more jobs on for tomorrow. Can I pull my PC with beer? Jens, technically, you could cool your CPU with beer. It would be a really bad idea, but you could do it. You could pour beer into your closed loop system. I wouldn't recommend it, but you could do it. It's still a liquid. Whiskey would work better than beer. Absolutely, it would work better than beer. I mean, it would actually be quite funny to see whiskey going around your system. That'd be pretty cool. Especially if you like, I don't know, let's say you built a PC and you filled it with some 25-year-old single malt whiskey. And you point to your PC and go, look, the whiskey in there alone is worth 50 quid. Eggnog. No, I wouldn't use eggnog. Definitely a bad idea. White wine. My rig is running really slow lately performance-wise. Can you aim for a benchmark of 3873? Can you put 16 gig of RAM? Need it done quickly. I've never cleaned it. Blah, blah, blah. Usual stuff. We could probably order the CPU, the memory now. Although, there's not much point because we need to see what they need, so we'll just order it. Accepted. Let's see. This is the one that we're doing. Get rid of that. Hazel. Is Hazel the one that wanted a PC building? Remove viruses. Come on, Hazel. You're going to pay us $110 to install a virus scanner. Oh, this is the girl that wants magnets and energy points on your forehead. Like, I got to read this. Hello again, this is Hazel. Hazel's absolutely bonkers. Thank you for attempting to repair my computer. However, on receiving it, I've noticed that it doesn't turn on. Needless to say, I'm disappointed that I have to teach a so-called expert how to fix a computer. One of my friends at Woodsy Alliance tells me there may be a malevolent spirit to blame, and I'm inclined to believe them. Could you check the system over for any malicious energies and purge them? I didn't get all the details, but my friend's suggested method includes lubricate all components with a highly diluted solution of thermal paste. This has the effect of triggering the computer's own cooling mechanism, which may aid recovery from any malware infection. Burn the thigh bone of a blessed sheep in the presence of the computer to drive out the evil spirits. If you cannot easily obtain an ethically sourced sheep bone, a chicken drumstick will do. Place your magnets at energy points on your forehead and your upper chest. They can be held in place with sticky tape. Important, do not get too close to the computer while conducting the ritual, or the magnetic essence will blank the hard drive. Best wishes, Hazel. So, I've got a chicken bone in the fridge. I reckon we can do this. Hazel is crazy. PC can play Fable Fortune, minimum spec. I need a new PC. Can you help? All my mates are playing Fable Fortune, and I want to play it too, with a budget of $1,750. I reckon we can do this. I'm going to get a notepad out. We're going to try hard. What do they want it for? Let's get my pen out. Who's this person? Former Jiffy. Former Jiffy, right? We've got a $1,750 budget. And wants to be able to play Fable Fortune. We've got our chance here to build our first ever PC. The trouble is we won't get paid until we've bought all the parts and done it. Yeah, they're going to pay us $300, and this is the budget, but that's what it needs to be able to do. We need to work out what kind of score we need, I guess, to play that. Oh yeah, it has to be MSI, good sport. MSI. So I want to be able to play it. My brother has MSI, says they're the best. It's urgent, so please hurry. Reckon we can do this? You need DLC to help make computer. No, you don't. Why do you need DLC? I could just buy all the parts. I know, Dave. They don't realise that. Fools, Dave. Fools, the lot of them. Well, it doesn't tell you the minimum specs. You have to run, which is the one that shows you part picking? There's one of them that tells you. There's a thing called Will It Run or something. There's a tool called Will It Run. No, that one. Probably need to reboot to do this. So you have to, like, build a computer and then run Will It Run, and it tells you. Gavin K, thank you for 66. Actually, I should have restarted it. Commander Orana, how you doing? Where's it gone? Will it run? So the thing they want is Fable Fortune, which is that one. Okay, so now we know that we need 2 gig of RAM, which is nothing. 2 gig of VRAM. 4 gig of storage. We need a Ryzen 3 quad-core 1300X. This is minimum. And then, now this is the problem because they want MSI. I guess we could do, hopefully there's like an MSI GTX 1050 in there. And then, of course, we need a case. We need a power supply. What else do we need? Case, power supply, graphics card, CPU, motherboard. We need to decide a motherboard. Well, minimum spec, recommended spec. Okay, yeah, let's go for recommend. It depends on the budget, doesn't it? We need to know the minimum, but 4 gig would be better. 4 gig storage is fine. The CPU is the same. 1050 Ti is recommended. There's naturally, the only difference is literally those two. Yeah. In the email, they clarify minimum or recommended. Let's have a look. All my mates are playing Fable Fortune. I want to play it too. My brother has MSI. I need a new PC. Can you help? It doesn't actually say what they want. Oh, yeah, we need a cooler. We do need a cooler for it. Objectives. Oh, minimum spec. Sorry, I didn't see that bit. Yeah, but I mean that budget is huge. I can't imagine. I can't imagine we won't be able to do this. I think we need to get some other jobs out the way because I need to have enough money for this. We know we need MSI. I've written it all down. We've taken on some jobs already. Let's take some others on. 16 gig of RAM, 3D Mark of 6591. That sounds like a lot, bro. That sounds like an awful lot. Oh, we need case fans as well, don't we? Forgot about the case fans. The budget issues, but it's a 2020 non-PC components are. I'm a bit worried about this one. Got an i5 already. That's a pretty high score. I've never seen that score. I don't think. No, because we're going to be buying a brand new case, Crow Daddy, so we won't have fans, I don't think. I'm not so sure about that job. They want a graphics card upgrade plus 16 gig of RAM. We could do that. Parts available. Let's go with that. Reach level 7, you unlock CPU overclocking. This is what we did yesterday. So I've unlocked a bunch of chipsets and things. The dream is over. From Blake. Just letting you know that the Film Classics archive is dead. Not because of you. I'm super grateful you came through with those repairs, but actually I got hit with a legal takedown request. Turns out hosting a few hundred cult movies for free download is illegal. The outrage. I mean, it's not like you can buy the DVDs or anything. These companies don't even care about the movies. They just want to bully the little guy. It's a scandal. But I'm not going to take this line down. I'm going to fight them every step of the way. Watch this space. This guy's like Julian Assange, isn't he? Get rid of that. All right, let's just take the big job. Because it pays well. $300. Let's see if we can do this. Let's go to the shop. I think we should start with the CPU. What CPU we're going to get? We've got a $1,750 budget. Sort by price descending. 8-core Ryzen. So the minimum spec for this was a Ryzen 3, which is nothing. I reckon we can probably get any of these Ryzen 5s here and be perfectly fine. Even an i7 would knock it out the park. For 250, it's nothing, is it? You need a hard drive. Easy, mate. So what if we get like a Skylake socket i7? i5 will work. Yeah. i5's down here. The spec they wanted was a Ryzen 3 1300X, which is like the. So anything above that in terms of power. Which is here. So any i5 is above that. If you want to keep it cheap. I mean, it depends. Like, if they've got such a massive budget, would you really want to cheap out on them or just give them something that's going to last? I'm thinking we stick in like an i7 or a Ryzen 5. Cheaper you build, more money in your pocket. Is that how it works, Crow Daddy? Is that how it works? Because I thought you only got paid for the parts you use. So if I spend $1,000 on parts in that build, they'll give me the 1,000 back for the parts and then pay my fee of $298. No, I don't think it is it? I don't think if I spend $1,000 on parts, I don't think they'll give us $1,750. I don't believe that's how it works. Otherwise, I could cheap out on them completely and just build the recommended spec or minimum spec. Cheap out and they'll come back for upgrades. I like your thinking. Whatever you spend, you get all the money. Nah. I'm pretty certain you only get the labor money, and then the way you make money in this game, I believe, is if they don't necessarily want you to have a new item, to use new items, you can use a second-hand item, but even then they only give you a certain amount of money for it. I don't think it works the way you think it does. Right, I'm going to chuck in one of these. Oh, it's a gaming rig. Let's spend the extra $1. There you go. We're going to go for $270. So we want a socket AM4 motherboard to go with that. So does it search for AM4? A socket AM4 motherboard. RAM speed 3200 will be fine, I think. They only want 2 gig of RAM anyway. No, I've not. Window. B350 chips there. RGB lighting. It's a gaming rig. Let's do this. Gigabyte, $110. CPU cooling. Let's see. Arctic freezer. 80 CFM. That sounds pretty good. 150 mil in height though. Let's add that. That's the cooler. Memory. Was the motherboard 3200 what we went for? It was when it was that. 3200 RAM. So they only wanted 2 gig of RAM. So we can get them 8 gig of RAM. And they'll be well happy with that. They wanted MSI. Oh yeah, that's a good point actually. That's a good spot. Can't get the gigabyte. Wait, there isn't an MSI motherboard. Ah. Okay. Right. Scratch all of that. We're going to have to go with the LGA 1151 because they specifically want MSI. RIP. So we'll get them the i7 instead. MSI. DDR4 RAM 3800. 3800? Jeez. We don't even have 3800. Yeah, DDR4 RAM. Raw James, thank you for 46 months. You got one in your inventory. Do I? How do you know this? Hang on, what have we got? Memory. Dude, how 2400? I don't know if there was a minimum spec on the memory. I mean, we can stick an i7 and put 2400 RAM in, though. I don't really see the point, though. Some cheap RAM. I think this will be fine. Let's grab one of those sticks. Let's get that one. Yeah, 2 gig was the min. We're giving them 8. So CPU cooler, we want a 1151 socket. Something to cool an i7. I don't suppose MSI have got anything in here, have they? Esports Green Edition, $50. I think $30 is enough. Baz, I just bought them a new part. I'm not cheaping out on used parts. Somebody said to me I already have one and I bought a new one. I'm not cheaping out, bro. Red for MSI. All right, let's go with red and black. How about that one? It's a 1151. 598 so far. Graphics card. Has to be MSI. This is where the bulk of the budget goes, I think. I mean, the minimum spec for this was a GTX 1050. $1050 is like way down here. You've got a new i7 in your inventory. Was it brand new? Was that going to somewhere else? All right, we'll give them the $500 card. That's $1,000 spent now. Storage. Storage. They wanted 4 gigabytes of storage. Have they got no SSDs? I mean, they want 4 gig of storage. Right, we'll give them a 120 gig. Let's give them a 120 gig, eh? 240 for $100. That's plenty. Plenty for what they need. I know, right? You can't even run Windows on there. Right, we need a power supply for the motherboard. What should we go? 550? 550 watts should be fine. 500 watter? $55. Cooler Master. $650 min. Dude, you want to go all the way for 600? We're on a budget here. Well, the wiring's free. We've got red wiring, so we're okay on the wiring. No, I've not got 700 yet. Semi-modular. We want modular. Yeah, the Power King 600, we'll get that. Cables, we've got red. We'll use red cables. Now, the case is important. We're looking for... We want black to go with the red and black combo build. How long ago did you stop building your own PCs? About 2014, 2015, I think. Keep CPU fan height in mind. What did we go for a fan? The Arctic Freezer 33. Height 150 mil. Max height 160. MSI. It's got to be there. We have to get him this. Right, how many case fans? Max radiator fans, 3 120 mil. 120 mil, red and blacks, I reckon. There are these. Let's get 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. Let's have a look. All right, that's the spec. $1,442 is what we're looking at for that build. What do you reckon, guys? Have we missed anything? Motherboard, CPU, memory, cooling. Can't get red and black on the RAM, I don't think. No, you don't need to buy the OS. Power supply looks good. It's only the memory I'm not too happy about. I think we were better with something... a red and black RAM, I think. I think it would look nicer. Yeah, this. This would look nicer, I think. 3000 megahertz. Instead of that. That's still plenty for what he wants. I don't think we have RGB yet, no. Actually, we might have RGB cables. Let me have a look. No. RGB. We have RGB lighting cases, but we can't use them because they specifically want MSI. Although we could have stuck an RGB cooler in there, possibly. Yeah, we've done the fans. Got the fans in there. 3 case fans. Right, let's buy that. I think the part for that's on the way. I can't remember. Alrighty then. Let's build that PC. How do you actually put the new case down? That's the question. Drop PC to work. Where do I get my new case from? Is that it? Resale value. I think this is it. This must be the box. It's not bad. It'll do. Get rid of the back panel as well. Right. Resale value $61. That's all this? Goose, thank you for 9 months. Right, power supply was the Sean Power King 600, I believe. So that's in there. We also had... Wait, why? Oh. We'll leave that in there. We got one SSD in there, which is unfortunately green, label side up, which kind of spoils the effect. All right, let's get the motherboard in. Brand new one. Ooh, it's quite a nice little motherboard. Let's get rid of that. Let's see, the memory. Drop that in there. Paul56, thank you very much for subbing. Welcome. Compatible. So this is the i7. We should have a couple of these now. Blob a thermal paste on that. And then close the lid if it'll let me. Won't let me close the lid. Come on. Yeah, I'm trying to close the gate. Look. I'm trying to close it. It won't let me. I don't know what pic. There you go. I have to hit that pixel there. There we go. We got the bright pixel in the end. CPU cooling. Right, let's get them on there. Looks like this case already came with fans, so we don't actually need to swap the fans out unless we want to. We've got nicer fans, though. It's got one at the back now. Don't like that one. We could just remove that one. We don't really need it. It's fine. He's swap them out. That's what I'm going to do. What the heck? So they look a lot better. That definitely looks better. Yes, I put on thermal paste. What do you think I am, a fool? Okay, we've got a lot of space over here. Let's see, graphics card. Graphics card's going to go probably about there-ish. Maybe that slot and that slot, possibly. Wrong one. Okay, you got your MSI in there because he loves his MSI. That's a bit orangey, I think. That's red, and that's kind of an orange color. That's a bit weird. One thing is missing in this game is cutting your hand. Dude, every time I build a computer, I manage to slice a finger on something. Honestly, every time. Resale value $464, it says. Right, what else have we got? Storage we've done, power supply we've done, graphics, memory, motherboard, CPU cooling. I think it's just cables now, isn't it? Just cable it up. Let's get some nice red sleeved cable. Okay. Let's put the USB stick in the back. Let's see if it boots. No boot device. Wait, what's the stick for then? I forgot what? I forgot the SSD. No, we've definitely cabled the SSD in. But it should boot the USB stick anyway, shouldn't it? Oh, hang on. Apparently there was a cable missing. You see, that's wrong because it should boot that stick anyway. It shouldn't matter that that's not connected. That should only come in when you try and install it, and there's nowhere to install it to. 3D Mark, let's get that installed. And as a courtesy, we'll have the virus scanner. We'll even put a wallpaper on there. I'm going to go into the BIOS and have a look around. Hey! Cat wallpaper. Not really. I'd rather have a dog. Ooh. CPU 4200. CPU temperature 40 Celsius. RAM speed 2133. Can overclock the CPU. Overclock the RAM. Boot device is correct. XMP. On. And now we find out if it's stable. Look at it go. 15 FPS. Whoa. It's a monster. There you go. That's our first PC. Resale value 564. I think that's complete nonsense. The graphics card alone is worth that. The question is, how do we assign that PC to that job? I don't know. Oh, 35 FPS.
Wow, well done.
SQRLGG, SQRLGG.
What you could do, Auburn, is just put the word squirrel and then space and then GG so that it actually reads out squirrel GG, squirrel GG. What's that woman's job? This job requires you to build an entire PC from scratch. You'll need to buy all the parts and an empty case from the shop. Continue. Go to whiteboard. Assigning a PC build to a job. For a build job, a yellow label is provided with the whiteboard in the office. Pick up the yellow label, attach it to the workbench, and then build a PC on the workbench to complete that job. Okay. Pick that up. Put that there. Place in the delivery area. Look at that. Has a score of 5328. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Infinity, thank you for 11 months. Doesn't work on resubs, Infinity. It only works on the bits. The bits and the donations. But thank you. Yeah, that's done, I think. it says here that we spent 1,346. So let's just work this out. Current balance is $424. Yeah, we spent 1,346 on parts. And according to the job, we get 298 in labor. So I'm expecting back 1,346 plus 298 plus 424. So in theory, when we hand this job in, 1,424 plus 298 plus, sorry, no, 424 plus 298 plus 1,346. Our balance should go to 2,068. If we only get paid for the parts we used, and then we get the labor on top. If we get paid that whole amount, the balance will go up by about another 400. So let's see what happens. Collect. Labor 298, new parts 1,346. Oh look. Oh look. I was right. We got paid exactly what we used, not the budget. 5 stars. I'm really happy with the new PC. You should be, because it completely crushes Fable Fortune. And we just delivered our first PC. Woo! Discard. Ryder Carl. I'm trying to remember what we were going to do with this. Ryder Carl. Wants to benchmark at 5029. Seems a bit dusty. We've done all that. I'd love some plastic black cables in there. We didn't do... By the luck of it, we didn't do the cabling. And I can't even remember what score it currently rocks. That is a 970 Ti, a 974G. 3D Mark score of 5029. It currently gets 3414. What's the CPU in there? What was we upgrading on this? A Ryzen 5 quad core. Which is here. Are you sure that's what the i7 was for? I honestly can't remember. What was their budget? According to this, we spent $189 on parts. They have a budget of $1,000. Okay. Needs to replace the motherboard as well. If you only do the CPU and GPU, we won't get that. Really? That could be a problem. At the moment, it's saying that we've spent money. We've already bought this. We must have put these in and then given it and then run a test on it. Maybe. I don't know. I can't remember. Can you remember? 1400 was a used part. So we stuck a Ryzen 5 in there just to see what would happen. Have we got anything better than a Ryzen 5 lying around? We have an i7 6700K. You also bought him a 980, but put the 970 as a mistake. Is it for IRL building PC or just to build knowledge? You can build knowledge with it. Like, you get the idea of where stuff goes generally in a computer. For people that know nothing about computers, you learn quite a bit about how they're assembled. But it wouldn't teach you enough to build a real PC because there's many things it doesn't really take into consideration. You know, RAM speeds, compatibility problems. There's all kinds of stuff it doesn't do. So it does simplify a lot. Well, we could let's try taking this card out. And then we'll install we have a brand new 980 Ti lying around. So let's see what kind of score we get with that. Cool. Thank you. Let's see what we get with that and see how far off the mark we are. What did you play this? Is this just a case of point-to-point part placement, or does it mean you point at one part and it tells you where to put the other end, a bit like what you just did? With cables, it simplifies it, yeah. You literally, with cabling, you click on one thing and it highlights the possibilities. Like, it doesn't expect you to know how to route a cable and where it should go. Like, for example, the hard drive. If I have like an SSD sat here and I click on it, it will highlight the SATA ports there. You won't know the SATA ports, you won't understand why, but it will just say that goes there. So there's plenty of things that it just skims over. But for somebody that doesn't really know anything about PCs, they'll come at this and be like, whoa, I learned so much. Jibber, I've been building PCs for a long, long time. Yeah. My first ever PC was a gateway PC, and then after that, I built my own. But yeah, I mean, I was building PCs back when there were like pre-PCIe type stuff, like proper PCI, you know, Molex power connectors, like all that stuff. The original stuff. Yeah, I've built plenty of 386, 486s, Pentiums, i5s, i7s, like, built quite a lot of stuff. I used to hate Molex connectors so bad. Like, Molex were awful. I'm so glad they got rid of those. The pins, like, they have like 4 pins inside a connector, and the pins would often just do this. Or like when you put it in, you just couldn't separate them. They were awful. You just got your i9 2080 Ti. Yeah, good build. I reckon this may push 4,000 on the score. We'll see how far off we are. What else have we got while that's running? Remove viruses, that's a simple one. This is the one that wants us to run, wants us to like dangle magnets near our forehead and use a chicken leg bone. Look at that. We just got paid. Where is she? Hazel. She paid us $110 to run an app that was sat on her desktop. And she's happy. She's like so happy. Easy money, yeah. Whoa, dude. Let's get that off there. Is it me, or is this like red, green, yellow, and blue? The coordination in this machine. All right. That's almost hit the mark. Just by upgrading the GPU. So we've got a couple of options here. We could try overclocking it, or we could upgrade the CPU. Pressed Melon Boy, thank you for 2 months. There's a Ryzen 5 quad-core 1400. So he has this. Pretty much the 1500X would do it, I think. Do we have a 1500X in stock? We have a Ryzen 7 8-core. What was the budget? $1,000. We could just stick the Ryzen in there. We just put that in, it'd be fine. Gamma 10, thanks for 45. Yeah, I had a nice Christmas. Thank you, mate. Thanks, Robert Martin. Right, let's get that cable off that. Let's get the Arctic. Stick the Ryzen 7 8-core. I think this will knock it out the park. No, no, no. Nope, 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 nope. What did we miss? What did we miss? Wait, wrong fan. I thought it was that fan. Was it a different fan? What fan did he have? Kingstar, it's the base game with... The only DLC I have, I think, is the Azus thing. Wait, what? The studio tour will be out for first couple of weeks of January. Crazy Gamer. It's the right fan, says Baz. Are you guys, like, paying attention here? Right, 3D Mark score of 3873. Upgrade to 16 gig of RAM. Let's see what they've currently got. 3458 is what we should be getting. Crazy Gamer, thank you for a year. What is this? Sick Juice. Right, with Sick Juice, we need to get another... Where's the RAM? G-Skill Fortis 2133. G-Skill Fortis 8 gig 2133. We have Flare X. So we got another stick of that. That'll put it up to 16 gig. And then we need to do something about this score. Thank you, Soggy. Happy holidays, mate. 75 months. It's a long time. Oh, yeah. So they wanted a score of 5029. We've delivered 5562. And we're under budget. We've used the black cabling. Our work here is done. Well, I hug every component, Alex, before I put it in. It's cleaner than the day I bought it. I find that very hard to believe. Let's have a look at what we're doing over here. Right, it looks like we just need to bump up the CPU, I think. Yeah. A small upgrade in CPU. That'll do it. And that's Sick Juice. His budget was 800. A Ryzen 3 quad core. I reckon we can stick that in there. If we stick the Ryzen 5 in there, assuming they don't want brand new parts, then there's no specification to this effect. So I reckon we can swap out the CPU. Take out the quad core. Put the Ryzen 5. Oh, I didn't do the... You see, the reason I don't do any paste is to make sure that you guys are awake. I know I'm not putting paste on, but it's on purpose. To make sure that you guys notice. I'll let you into a little secret. The real reason that people stream is because they suck at games and they need chat to help them. And that's where you guys come in. Yeah. That's why they stream. Because like, I can't do this on my own, but if I stream it, I can get everybody else to do it for me, right? And that's why streamers are here. I know, yeah, but the memory's on order, Crow Daddy. I have to wait for the memory to arrive. Can you repair something for me? Who makes RAM that fragile anyway? I read that G-Scale parts are really good. If you can, I'd love some plastic cables. I kind of feel like... Why is this a level 7 job? Either that or streamers are here to show off their amazing gaming talents just to rub the noobs' faces in it. Well, some streamers do. Wait a minute. G-Skill Fortis 8 gig. I recognize that. 2133. It's the exact same RAM that we've got on order. Replace the RAM, we'll just take it. The real reason people stream is so that when something amazing happens, they have witnesses. Crowd Addy, good night. I don't like that job. That seems too high to me. Upgrade the graphics card, upgrade to 16 gig of RAM. We could do this. What's the graphics card? A GTX 1050 Gaming 2G. DFL Motivator 8 gig 2400. Get one of them. What graphics cards have we got in stock? Is there a reason why you don't prefer the Shure SM7B? I don't feel like it's worth the extra money. Essentially. It's considerably more than this microphone, but it doesn't sound considerably better. It's a diminishing return. And also, as anybody will tell you, if you sat somebody down with like 3 or 4 different mics and recorded their voice, some of them will sound better and some of them will sound worse. If you then sit a different person down with the exact same mics and run it again, you'd get different results. Because some microphones just suit certain vocal cords better than others. So if you find a mic that works for you and your voice, you really don't need to change it. In fact, it might make it worse if you do. How often do you use parts? So some people specify that they only want new parts. This particular person doesn't mention that. So I reckon we can easily upgrade their graphics cards with a used one. So we'll accept that job. We'll only order the memory and we'll use the used graphics card. Please help. Something's definitely broken. You knew that the RAM had to go one way round. You've got to get it done in 7 days. My PC lives on the floor, so I'm pretty sure it's full of dust. It's not as quick as it used to be. Replace the air cooler, replace the RAM. Dominator Platinum 8 gig 2800. The underscore, thank you for a double top 40 months. If their budget is 700 and you use a used part, do you keep the difference? No. So what seems to happen with a used part is whatever the sale value is, they seem to give you about another 30% more than the used sale price is what seems to happen. All right, I need to get... I wish you could do something here where you click and say order from shop rather than have to go and find it in the shop. Platinum 8 gig 2800. What's that one? Platinum 8 gig 2800. What else did you want? Yeah, cooler. A Cryorig M9A. M9A. Let's get one of them. Accept that. Robert Martin, thank you for 8 months. Right, at the end of this day, I'm going to open some P.O. Box. I've not done that yet. Upgrade to 16 gig of RAM. Did we already order this memory? I can't remember. No. Ripjaw 4, 2800. I think it's that one, isn't it? Right, I've ordered quite a few things there. Oh god, it's Blake again. Dear film fan, this is the dude. Blake Patterberg is proud to present a new grassroots media organisation, Film Truth, dedicated to rooting out corruption and profiteering at the highest level in the stagnant swamp of the film industry. This guy, he literally wants to go to jail. To support Film Truth, go to www.filmtruth.freehosting.co.uk and sign up as a backer. You'll get early access to every breaking story and an exclusive discussion forum to true cult cinema fans. Blake Patterberg, film rights activist. This guy. Thank you for 8 months. Where's the DVO? Attention, you win. We've won the yacht lottery. Click here. Please respond. Seriously, we're a massive debt and need to liquidate our assets? What the heck? Alright, let's get that order stuck in. So what else have we got? Repairs for my PC. The vents are clogged. Replace the CPU, replace the hard drive. Well, the CPU, we might have a second-hand one. But they want exactly a Ryzen 5 quad-core 1500X. We don't have one of them in stock. Replace the hard drive. Barracuda 1 terabyte. It's one of them. I've got 2 in stock apparently. Okay, so we've got the hard drives. We just need to get the 1500X ordered. Accept that. Replace the motherboard. Always fun. H170 MTech Plus. Accept that. Okay. Send the order off. Nothing there to worry about. 3538. Hmm. They're evenly balanced. 1060 and a quad core. Oh man, did I order some more memory for this? I can't remember. I can't remember if we ordered for sick juice. I think we did. I don't know. We've got a lot of deliveries coming tomorrow. Right, let's do PO Box. Let's see if we can get green screened. I have a grey bag. I hope they've put inside who it's from. I have no idea who it's from, but we'll open it anyway. From the Ben Ross Marketing Group, Amazon Workplace. I have no idea who sent this. It's a jumper. It's a jumper. I have no idea who sent it. There's no name on it. That looks very warm, though. So, on the front, hang on. On the front, it looks like this. And then on the back, it looks like that. That's what it looks like from the front. That reminds me of like the old squirrel bye emote. Oh my god. 3D reindeer Christmas jumper is what it is. It's literally 3D. Like there's bits hanging on it. Wait till Mrs. Squirrel. Look, you see that? Like there's actual glasses stuck on there. Oh my god, that is. I only wish I knew it was from. It's actually not itchy. It's actually quite a nice material. I don't know what's going to happen when we wash it. I don't know if the glasses are going to stay on. Whoever was from, thank you very, very much. That's an awesome jumper. I'm going to open this one, which I think is Hannah's. Because I think this is the one that was strapped to Baz's box. So let's cut this open. There we go. Right. First thing, look, she's learned. She's learned. She's put the letter at the top of the parcel. That way I don't miss it. Dear Squirrel. So, 2020, well, that happened. But it's Christmas again. Much hype can ensue, but seriously, where does time go? This year, it's definitely felt like there's been more challenges than cheeriness and more stress than success, but throughout it all, my fellow mods have loved and supported me no matter what. They've listened to me rant and rave about the stress and pressure I was getting at work and left me with a full-blown Rainbow Six Siege addiction for good measure. I'm still sorry for team killing you on your birthday on stream. I remember that. That was funny. I was like creeping up and I was right behind Hannah and she turned around and went, poof, and just shot me point blank. And then went, oh my God. I think it goes without saying that myself and a lot of nutters are incredibly grateful for the safe haven that the streams have been through a really rubbish year. And I've been blown away by how loving and supporting the nutters are. The Nut House has given me a purpose and a reason to be happy and to carry on. And long may the Nut House reign. Aw. The gifts in the box are, as ever, but a small token of my gratitude for everything you've done for me and the community over the years. Much love and Christmas wishes, Hannah. P.S. Some of the gifts may be a bit squashed. I had issues with inclement weather and obtaining boxes. P.P.S. Squirrel gifts are in polar bear paper. Mrs. Squirrel gifts are in Westie paper and penguin paper. Okay. This is getting complicated all of a sudden. Gifts for pups and gift for the pups, Dawn and Pippa, are in elf wrapping paper. Don't show too much on stream. Our little elf might get jealous. PPPPS, there's also a box from Baz that's been sent separate because of the box size. Yeah, we've done Baz's box, so we're good on that one. Oh my God. Right, so I can open... Wait a second. I can open the polar bear one, which is that one. So I can open that one. That's a polar bear one, I think. It looks like a t-shirt. Oh my God, I love it. I love it. Total nutter. Oh, that's really cool. That's really cool. Thank you, Hannah. I love that. I'm going to wear that on stream next week. Total nutter t-shirt. Brilliant. Little packet. Ooh. Carolina Reaper chilies in a packet. Because you can never have too much Carolina Reaper chili. I'll eat that with Baz's crisps. I must say, this wrapping paper, Hannah, is really nice. Not only does it look nice, but it's actually easy to open. Because it's like a matte paper. It's not that horrible plastic paper. The wrapping paper made out of plastic is just the worst. Salted caramel mixed nuts. See, she knows what I like. Salted caramel mixed nuts. Oh, man. Too good. And we've got... Hang on. Let's see if I can summon Mrs. Squirrel. Whether she'll reply or not, I don't know. Because she has this horrible habit of putting her phone down in random places around the house. And then you send her text messages. And she doesn't get it for 2 hours. And then starts going, where's my phone? She does it all the time. Thai style sriracha, flavored peas, roasted salted corn, and sriracha flavored half. That sounds really nice. Thai style, that sounds really good. I've never had this before. Make announcement, Mrs. Squirrel to studio. Mrs. Squirrel to Studio 1. Mrs. Squirrel to Studio 1. Thank you. Hambill, thank you very much for 10 months. Oh, she's arrived. That worked. Yeah, that's fine. We can still open yours. Look at that wrapping paper. Nice. 100% pure natural beard oil 4-pack. You see that? 4-pack of beard oil. Look at this t-shirt she got. Total nutter. And then someone, we don't know who, sent that jumper in, but it has no name. We have no idea where that's from. It's in the, like the front and the back, and it's in 3D as well. I don't know what it's going to be like to wash, but it's a pretty cool jumper though, isn't it? Hang on, I need to consult my manual. Mrs. Squirrel gifts are in Westie paper and penguin paper. So that's a Westie paper, so that's for you. And these are from Hannah, by the way.
Oh, I was going to say who it's from.
Let me see the jumper, Whiteland. Have you not seen it? Hang on. That's the front, Whiteland. You see how it's in 3D? With the glasses and bow tie and stuff, and then the back looks like that.
Oh, that's awesome.
The world's greatest Westie mum.
I'm actually wearing my Westie jumper.
The world's greatest Westie mum. Yeah, she's got a Westie jumper on. Don't worry about that. Hannah ran out of Westie paper. You may have an idea where it comes from, Whiteland. What, did you send it, or did somebody else send it, Whiteland? Oh my god, Ghost Pepper Super Hot Scratchling. Ghost Pepper Scratchlings? Up on top of my Carolina Reaper one. It's going to get a bit chilly in here. Right, you've got another one here, I think. That's for you. So did you send it, Whiteland? The jumper? Because it literally has no name. Oh my god. Ghost Pepper Bombay Mix.
Thank you.
What do you
Love
get?
it. I love it.
Reserved for the dog. Where'd you get this stuff from, Hannah?
That's so cool. Thank you, Hannah.
Honestly. Where are you going to put that?
Next to me.
On the settee next to you. Well, okay. Guess I won't be sitting next to you then.
I'll let you have the little section.
What's this one? That's got penguins. That's you then. It's got penguin paper. This has got polar bears. This is me. You had fun doing the box. You did well, Hannah.
Oh, thank you.
What's that? What is that? Sanctuary.
Yeah.
Oh, body wash.
Spa at home.
Sanctuary body wash you got. Come on, camera. You can do it. There you go. Sanctuary body wash. And I got insane ghost pepper peanuts. Do you realize, Hannah, I'm going to burn my insides out with this stuff. I'll have no internal organs if I eat all this.
Lasting rest in all the silence.
Gee, I wonder what this one could be. Oh, Carolina Reaper scratchings. Just in case it wasn't getting spicy enough. Oh my god. Right, I think that's for the dog, that's for the dog, that's for the dog. There for the dog. And then this one's got penguins, so that's for you. This one's got snowmen. That can go there. What do you get? I got some anti-chili peanut. No, I didn't. I got Carolina Reaper peanuts. Feel the burn. Malteser truffles.
Mine.
Malteser truffles. Can't beat them. And then the rest are for the doggos, who are currently having a walk, so we'll have to put them to one side for a sec.
Dogs be playing in the garden.
Hannah, thank you very, very much.
Thank
They're
you,
awesome.
Hannah.
Yeah, they're awesome. Thank you so much for all that. I'm sure the dogs are going to get fantastic stuff as well. Can we get some GGs in chat for Hannah, though? They're brilliant. And I think White, the jumper's from Whiteland, but he's not admitting to it. So if that's from you, Whiteland, thank you, mate. Because that is an epic jumper. I have one last box down here. One last box to open. I suppose we should do it now while we're on a roll. It's a white parcel box. I don't even know how to get into this thing. Oh, here. We're in. Okay, this one's got a letter in it, so it should hopefully tell us who this is from. Right. Oh. It's a card and a letter. Oh, it's from Pups. To Paul and family, have a great Christmas from Sean. It's from Pups. Merry Christmas card from Pups. And there's a letter inside. It says, thanks for all the laughs and fun over the year. Hope these items inside will remind you of some of the good times. You have a one-time only item inside to enjoy it. Ooh. Get rid of all that. Is Pups here? I don't really want to open it if Puppies is not here. Pups, put your hand up, mate. Are you here? Lots of tubes. Here he's here. Lots of tubular items. Pups is in the building. Right, Golden Crunch Creams. Always a classic. Dipping in the tea. Do you want to open one of these? Yeah, there's no toilet paper in here, Pups. They're definitely a one-time only item. We've got
Two will have them off you.
Maryland cookies and rich tea classics.
Number, number.
You want that one? I'll want this one. Yeah, it might be a 6-foot ball python. You never know. Ah. What's that? Digestives?
Yeah.
McVitie's
You do
digestives.
realise they won't stay in here. 1, 2, and 3 will steal them all. Ooh, and the hobnobs.
Digestives and hobnobs. Some classic biscuits going on. I can't get them to stop rolling. Wait, technically speaking, Pups, all of these items are one-shot items. Like, if I eat these biscuits, they're gone, right? Ooh. Jam-in cream. Here you have the Jammy Dodgers.
No, I like a jump.
They are, look. They're the raspberry and vanilla Jammy Dodgers. This is literally what they are. I've never had Fox's Jammy Dodgers. But, you know, Pups is known to shop in posh shops. He doesn't go to Lidl. He goes to Lidl Plus. What does this say? He's made a t-shirt, which personally I think Pup should be wearing, not me. But hey, I'm not raging. I'm passionate.
You've got
Passionate.
that galvanized so you can wear it all the time.
Passionate pups. Thank you very much, pups. Thank you, mate. You didn't have to do that. You know that. And Hannah and Whiteland, thank you.
Thank you all.
I'll let you know how well the chilies go down, and also how well they come out.